Welcome to Classwork using Google Classroom, the basics for teachers. Alright, so in this next video I wanted to cover how you post assignments and materials for your class to use. So the first thing you need is you need materials and assignments for your class to use. So the first thing that I do is I just kind of plan out what do I have and what am I going to be using for the week. Lesson plan that out. I am just going to be using a lot of random things for this video tutorial just to show you all of the options that are out there. To post an assignment, you're going to go to the Classwork tab. I'm going to go to Assignment. And then once you get to assignment, it's going to kind of walk you through a tour your very first time. So you have your add where you can add attachments or you can create blank documents, forms, drawings, slides, sheets, all of the things. Here is where you're going to insert the title, the instructions, which are optional, but I do recommend you add something in that category. Here is where if you have more than one class, you can select what class you're assigning the assignment to. Here is where you can select which students you're assigning, the grade category you want this assignment to count for, the number of points that you want, or maybe it's just an ungraded assignment, the due date if you want to add that, the topic, you can create a topic. So the first thing we're going to do is a topic for math. And I'll just do mathematics. I was going to do math assignments. You can add a rubric if you'd like, but it is not required. Now, when you put the topic in here, it'll auto-populate that topic, and every math assignment after this, you can select the same topic for, and I'll show you that here in a minute. When you click on this little arrow next to the Assign button, you actually are given the option to schedule or save each assignment that you've created as a draft, which is super awesome. So I'm just going to put week of April 6th math assignments. Then here I'm going to go to the add button and I am going to add a Google Drive link because what I am going to have, I'm going to click on my drive. I'm going to have students work on these Google Slides that are just for number sense. They are at a first or second grade level. I am just again choosing random. Now, this is one of the most important things about posting an assignment. Once you have attached all of your Google Drive resources that are Google Slides that you want your students to be interacting with, then if you want each student to interact with it individually, you have to change the option to make a copy for every student. If you choose students can edit the file, then that means every student in your class will be in one file and they will all be editing it at the same exact time. If you choose students can view file, that means that every single one of your students can be in the same exact file, but they can't change or edit anything. They can just look at it. So if you are attaching a file that you want students to be able to manipulate by themselves without other students also manipulating that same file, then you want to select make a copy for each student. And honestly, if it helps, just get into the habit of making a copy for each student every single time, because honestly, it won't hurt to make a copy, even if it's something that you just want them to look at, because they can still look at it. It's just their own copy. So just FYI. And then in your instructions, you can write something simple like, please complete these 3 activities before the end of the week. Have fun and keep learning, or whatever you want to write. You can add a rubric here. You could add your success criteria in this box, whatever you want to add for the instructions on your assignment. And then again, you can also add rubrics here. You can create rubrics, reuse rubrics, or import a rubric from Google Sheets. So Google Classroom has some amazing features. I highly recommend that you just mess around with them, experiment, and see what now I'm assigning it, and see what you like and don't like, and go from there. So it's going to take a minute for my assignment to post. All right, and so that is how you post an assignment. And then you'll notice that now we have this nice header that says mathematics. And then over here we have topics now. Now, one thing that you can do is you can actually pre-create topics by going to your create button, scrolling down, selecting topic, and then perhaps I want to add reading as a topic. And then it says, okay, drag and drop classwork. Now you can drag classwork so that it matches to the topic. So say, for instance, I create an assignment and I forget to put it in reading topic. Then once I'm on this page, I can actually take these assignments and I can drag them to wherever I want them to be. So now I have writing, and then I'm going to go in again. But this time, instead of creating an assignment, I'm actually going to add material for my students to view. So we've been working on an opinion writing unit in my class, and so I'm just going to just title it opinion writing unit, and I'm going to put these are the materials you will need to reference during our writing lessons. Okay, and then here I'm just going to go to add. Again, most of my items are in Google Drive. However, if you wanted to add a PDF to this, or you wanted to put a website, or even a YouTube video, you could add all of those things directly from Google Classroom. I have a lot of things in my Google Drive, so that is what I prefer. So here I have a folder called Writing Resources, and this is full of all kinds of informative PDFs. So I am going to, I want to attach this for my students because, again, we've been working on opinion writing. But then I also would like to share some anchor charts that are in here. So I want to put all of these, and I'm going to add those. And then I'm going to add one more because I want to make sure that they have the sources, which is in this PDF. So again, I just added these PDFs. I'm not sure why it's going to take a minute to upload them. Okay, hopefully they work. The topic I'm putting this in is writing. I want to assign this material to all classes. And again, these are just anchor charts and then reading sources that students will need to write their opinion essay. Then I'm going to click post and it will post that assignment. Oh, it's because those are in a shared folder. Okay. That's okay. Oh, it did post actually. There it goes. But it might not just let me. Yeah. Okay, so it did work. All right. So, even if there's ups and downs like I just showed you and you have to troubleshoot sometimes, just see what happens. And like this, it didn't seem like it was going to work, but then I tested it out and it is working. So then the students can press view material and they can actually view these materials as they're working on their opinion essay. Now, to get back to the class, to do that, to sometimes reset yourself, I like to go here and go to sample class or go to whatever class I'm working in. Then I'm going to go back to my classwork tab. So now I have all of these. I have my opinion writing materials. I have my math assignments for the week of April 6th. And I could add a reading assignment, but maybe I don't want to overwhelm my students. So I am going to just schedule a post. So I'm going to go into assignment and okay. So you can tell your students how they're being evaluated with the rubric. And then we'll just call this a writing about reading. So as you read books at home, complete one writing about reading log sheet per week. Okay, but I want this to be scheduled first thing on Monday. I don't want them to get it any sooner than that because again, then I'm going to go select the assignment. I'm going to make sure that each student gets a copy. If you're wanting students to be able to go into a file and change that file so then you can go look at their changes. You need to make sure that you're making a copy for each student. It is the most important thing. Then you can select a due date, or I want it by the end of the week, so I'll do the 10th. Here I will go to schedule, and it will give me this pop-up so that I can schedule when this assignment will pop up. So I'm going to schedule it for 8 a.m. and then I just click schedule and it will schedule. And then it will show up on my feed right here. I accidentally did not put it in the topic, so I'll just drag it to the new topic. So that is how you schedule assignments, add material for students to access onto your Google Classroom, and it is also how you can post assignments using Google Slides applications. So now I want to show you what it's going to look like once your students start to complete their assignments and what the grading aspect of it is. I'm not going to go super in depth about grading right now because there will be another video about that, but I do want to show you what it's going to look like once your students start to complete assignments. So to get to each assignment, the easiest way is to click on the title of the assignment from the Classwork tab. Once you've clicked on the title, it should open it up for you so you can see how many you've assigned and how many have been turned in by each individual student. It will also show like the due date, the topic, when you posted it, your instructions, and then each individual attachment that you have added to each assignment. Now to see each student's individual work, what you do is you click right here where it says View Assignment. Click View Assignment, and then right here I have my only classroom student. You will have a bunch of classroom students shown. I only have one. And then you can click on their name and it will bring up all of their assignments that you posted, that you had attached to that one post or that one assignment that you created. So you'll notice over here you have 3 different slideshows. And so what students are expected to do on these slideshows, oops, having an error, is students are expected to say, okay, which one's bigger, 7 or 4? And then it's 4, so then they would drag the 4 or the alligator mouth. Here, they will type in each box. 10 less than 13 is 3. 1 more is 14. 1 less is 12. 10 more is 23. And so you would be going in and you would be checking to see, did they fill in all these boxes? And if not, what you can do is you could make a comment. And so this is what I will be getting into in my next video, is about how to create a comment bank and how to use comments to very quickly grade students' assignments in Google Classroom. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and thank you so much for watching.